I want to talk about, first of all, what you have in the business you find yourself. You see, for so many people, we have gone through stages in our lives, and many people are still in that particular situation right now. A situation where you have a job, and your job does not provide the benefits you need to live the good life. Let's take a look at what's happening in our country today. With the challenges happening, prices of things are doubling every day. The dollar is is gaining against the naira over and over again. The naira is becoming more and more worthless. People are out there suffering, no hope in sight, no way to give themselves the life that they dream of. Their income is not giving it to them. They are struggling. And that is the situation a lot of people find themselves. There are many people today who will not have anything to eat today. There are many people today who the only way they can feed today is if somebody hands them something to eat. Especially parents. There are many parents today who will go hungry. Not because they don't have what can be eaten at home, but what they have at home can only feed the children. So they will give food to the children and they will go hungry today. That is what is happening. Things are becoming very, very difficult. People are finding it very difficult providing for themselves, providing for their families. And the situation of the country is not helping anybody. It is as if the country is on autopilot down the road to destruction. Nobody is there to stay it. Nobody is there to move the country out of the path, to direct where it's going. It's just going downhill at a very fast pace. That is the kind of place we find ourselves. That is a place where you are existing, living. That is a country where your children are growing. Your children are growing in a country where nothing seems to be important to leadership, where they don't care about their lives, about the lives of your children, about the lives of your neighbor, and about your own life. They don't care about the economy. Thieves everywhere, looting, as if it's a competition to see who can loot the country the most. That is the situation where you find yourself. That is the country where you exist. That is the country where your children are growing. So for those people in the meeting today who really think that what we are doing here is a joke, you are not living in space. You are living in Nigeria. And if you like, take your business serious or do nothing about it. There's a reason the new compensation plan is called the Economy Designer Plan. Economy Designer Plan. That plan is designed to allow you to design your own economy. That the economy of the country is going one dimension, in the direction, does not mean your own economy should go in that same direction. That the economy of the country is going downhill does not mean your own economy is supposed to go downhill. Why am I saying this? I'm saying all this because for so many people in the meeting right now, you do absolutely nothing day in, day out to grow your business. Absolutely nothing. For some of you, you just touch one thing, touch the second one, you attempt and you abandon everything. And you expect the good life in the country called Nigeria. What you are sowing for yourself is a seed you don't want to harvest. That's what I'm telling you. Network marketing, the La Buena Vida, the business we do, is in front of you today, designed to give you the ability to change your life. This is a business designed to give you hope. Our system is designed to give you hope. People are too busy trying to help themselves. They are too busy trying to rescue themselves, and many of them are trapped. They are too busy to help you. They are too busy trying to save themselves to help you save yourself. What that means is that the only way to save yourself is by yourself. Is by yourself. That's why the Bible says, ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Seek, you must go out and seek. Knock and the door will be opened unto you. It didn't say ask and you may receive. Seek and you may find. Knock and the door may be opened up to you. No, the Bible didn't say may. The Bible says you will. And will is certainty. Will is certainty. There are no conditions. So you need to understand this. It didn't say John ask and Philip will receive. Peter seek and Paul will find. Okonkwo knock and Usman, the door will be opened unto Usman. No. The Bible said it clearly that for him who asks, he will receive. For those who seek, they will find. And for those who knock, the door will be opened up to them. Are you asking? Are you seeking? Are you finding? Or are you just a spectator? Many people in the business today are spectators who are here to watch those who are asking, seeking. And when they find, they start clapping for them. What are you? Are you in business to transform your own life, or are you a spectator? Many of you here over the last 1 month have not invited one person into our weekly meetings. One. You have not had one meeting with anybody in this business. You have not done a personal meeting, person-to-person, one-on-one meeting with anybody in this business. You haven't shown anybody a presentation. It is only a matter of time before you will quit the business. It's not a prophecy, it's facts. So if you know you are going through times, and if you know your business is not doing well, I'm going to give you 2 laws today from the Laws of Leadership by John Maxwell. 2 laws. And those 2 laws have everything you are looking for. If you decide you want to build your business, those 2 laws are here to rescue you. Because you see, the truth is, as John Maxwell said, everything rises and falls on leadership. It's as simple as that. It's all about leadership and nothing else. Everything you want to do is about how well you lead. So I will be discussing the core leadership laws in network marketing. And I'm taking 2 laws to discuss from the laws of leadership as postulated by John Maxwell. And of course, every leadership law you want to discuss must first start from you being able to lead yourself. So the first law we're going to discuss is the law of the lead. Why are we discussing these laws today? We're discussing these laws because we just started the Recruit 20 challenge. What that means is this: if you are going to win in this business, the month of April, your ability to recruit 20 people in the month of April will go a long way to determine how far your business is going to grow. You're going to recruit 20 and you're going to lead the 20 into action. You're going to be a general of your own ranks. You will be the one to lead from the front, right? If you're not able to lead from the front, you cannot win this battle. So what does the law of the lead say? The law of the lead says that the leadership ability is the lead, that's the cap, the cover, that determines a person's level of effectiveness. Your leadership ability. What that means is how you lead will determine how far your business can grow. How you lead will determine how far you can go in business, whatever the business is. Whether the business is in oil and gas, is in shipping, trading, network marketing, whatever the business is, your leadership ability will determine the lead that determines a person's level of effectiveness. Now, let me explain it this way. If your leadership ability is rated 5, you cannot lead people beyond 4. The best they can get will be on level 4. If you want them to get to level 5, you have to move yourself up, probably to 8. Then now they can go to level 6 and 7, but you won't be able to cross level 8. If you want them to get to level 10, you have to raise yourself above level 10, right? So that you can bend down and raise them up. But when your leadership ability is rated very, very low, guess what you're going to have? You're going to have a team of demotivated people, people who are filled with excuses, people who are also into inaction, because that is what you can provide at that level. So the lower an individual's ability to lead, the lower they lead on his potentials. What does that mean? I'll give you an example. The law of the lead is the idea that your own leadership capability puts a cover, a lead, on the future success of your business. People first buy into the leader before they buy into the vision, right? If you're a great businessman but a poor leader, you are putting a cap on your company's ability to succeed. So what it means is that everybody needs to begin to build their leadership capabilities. It says people buy into the leader first before they buy into the vision of the leader. Followers buy into the leader first before they buy into the vision of the leader. But leaders buy into their vision first, right? So leaders, first of all, have a vision. They buy into that vision. They believe in the vision and they go for it. People don't buy into the vision of the leader first. People buy into the leader first before they buy into the vision. You want people to see the dream and join you. They are not seeing all you are telling them. What they are seeing is you. Is you. How much of a leader are you? How do you lead your team? Do you even understand there are laws that guide leadership? You put a cap on your leadership ability, on your business, when your leadership ability is wanting. Why is that? Ultimately, your team is much bigger than you. You are only as successful as your team. And if you're not taking on a strong leadership role, you are doing yourself and your business a complete disservice. That's why I tell people, you see, this business is bigger than you as an individual. You know, some people come into the business and feel that everything must revolve around them. No. The day you begin to see yourself above your team is the day you begin to destroy your business. Because the reason you are where you are is because there are people in your genealogy, people under you that have kept you there. Let me tell you something. Leadership is not being a boss. A boss takes up the authority upon himself. A boss can take authority upon himself, right? Or the authority has been given to him by his superiors, people above him. They say, you are the boss. Go and do this. And he goes there and he lost it on them, but not a leader. A leader does not take the authority upon himself. A leader is given the authority by his people. A leader is taken up there and placed up there. Right? So people allow you to lead them. You can't force yourself to lead them. You force yourself to lead them when you are a boss. And let me tell you, once the boss looks the other way, he is stabbed in the back. But once the leader looks the other way, nothing goes wrong because everybody has got his back. So you want to begin to take steps, leadership steps, that will help you build your team. What destroys a lot of people in this business is selfishness. Selfishness is a boss's attribute. It's not an attribute found with leaders. Selfishness means you don't care what your downlines are going through. You don't care whether they're making money. You don't care whether their business is growing. You're not ready to support them. You're not ready to do anything with them. All you're thinking about is what you can get for yourself. So you're telling your people, go and recruit, go and recruit, go and recruit. Just because the only thing you want to do is encode, encash, and chop. So you tell them, go and recruit, go and recruit, go and recruit. But you never help them in recruiting. You never help them in presenting. You never help them in closing down. You never help them in doing a three-way call. You never help them in doing one-on-one. You never help them in their prospecting. You never teach them what to do. You are never there for them. You just expect them to go and do. And because they don't know what to do, they go try to do, they abandon the system, they crash out, and ultimately you crash out. Because you don't know how to lead. Leadership ability is always the lead on personal and organizational effectiveness. If a person's leadership is strong, the organization's lead is high. It's as simple as that. If your leadership is strong, it means that you have a functional organization. It means you have people who are producing in your organization. You have producers because you have kept the lead high. But if it is not, then the organization is limited. An effective leader goes all the way. He doesn't care what is happening. An effective leader does not take excuses. He might be empathic, but he doesn't take excuses. And in fact, an effective leader is always on the move to create success for himself. The Lagos event is coming up soon, in the next few days. An effective leader is out there with his people. Let us do it. Let us get people into that hall. Let us recruit. Let us invite people, asking them questions. How many have you invited? What is the invitation strategy? What is the response so far? Let's do this, let's do this, let's do this. Is that what an effective leader is doing? Let us is his language. But an ineffective leader uses the language, go and recruit. Go and invite for the Lagos events. Go and does nothing on his own to help those who are trying to get it to work for them. The flip side of this is that personal success without leadership ability brings only limited effectiveness. You can't own a business, large or small, and think of only your own success. You can't. When you're thinking only about yourself, you become selfish. People will naturally just, excuse you, just leave you alone, and you crumble. They say no bird soars so high if it soars alone. When you see vultures in the sky, they are always in pairs. That allows them to fly very, very high. By doing so, you limit the potential of the entire organization. If you invest in your team, however, you increase the potential of the business as a whole. So your level of effectiveness is very, very key in determining how far your team is going to grow. Because you are the one that will lead them to victory. A man was asked, somebody was asked about how he was able to, train a group of soldiers who were bad soldiers, right? Nobody could train them. They've always been failing in every battle they went for. And so they got a new general who took over that battalion. And he took over the battalion, and suddenly they started winning. Over and over, they were winning every battle they go for. People now ask him, how come your organization is now winning? How were you able to turn these bad soldiers into good soldiers? The general said, you don't have bad soldiers. You only have bad generals. You don't have bad soldiers. You only have bad generals. When you have a great general, he will turn everybody to become great soldiers. When you have a bad general, even the great soldiers will become bad soldiers. So it's all about leadership. Right? The owner of a football club was asked at the time, why is it that, what happened? Your team, why is it that your team is winning so well? In most other teams, when people are losing, they tend to change their players, buy new players. But you don't change new players. You say you change the coach. The guy say, yes, that's how it is done. That when a team is losing, generally it's not the fault of the players, it's the fault of the coach. It's all about the strategy. If the coach is a great coach, he will know that some of his players are not good enough. He will groom those that can be groomed, change those that can be changed. But if any team is always in a downward, is spiraling downwards, look at the coach. It's a problem with the coaching crew. And that boils down starts from leadership. I remember during USA 94, there was a team that their captain was the goalkeeper was a captain. See, Bulgarian team, forgetting about the coach, the team. Their captain was a captain, the goalkeeper. Now imagine the goalkeeper being the captain. The guy was everywhere in the pitch. You will see him in the penalty box of the other team. You will see him catching the ball on his own. You will see him everywhere, and the team were very, very effective. Leadership will determine how far you can go in your business. So let's look at applying the law of the lead according to John Maxwell. The essence of the law of the lead is that you need to have the mentality of a leader in order to achieve true success in your business. How do you get there? By thinking outside of just yourself, right? Because I keep telling people, sometimes you think what you know is best, and you're only doing what you know. But before you know what's happening, you become a local champion. Yes, you end up a champion, but you end up a local champion. Right? So as a leader, you need to think outside of yourself. Start by listing out your goals for your business. Guys, this paragraph I'm giving you now, write it down. Screenshot it. List out the goals for your business. What do you want for your business? You want to recruit 20 people in 30 days in the month of April, right? How many of these goals require other people to achieve? How many? These goals, these collaborative goals, are where your leadership can really shine. The key is to learn how to guide your teammates towards these goals. Now, let me ask you guys a question. You want to recruit 20 people in 30 days. What if you have 10 members of your team, key members of your team, who you bring in and you show this plan to recruit 20 people in 30 days? And you guys decide, you know what? Every evening, even if we are part-time, we're going to come sit down and spend 3 hours together for the next 30 days. I will sit down with my teammates for 3 hours, and we're going to make follow-up calls, booking calls, invitations, close people down, show people presentations every day for 3 hours. So, for example, my office is in Owerri. I want to have a meeting and have 10 of my teammates, 10 of you. Let us meet every day, 6 days a week for the next 30 days so that we can recruit 20 people. And then 60 days after that, we'll work with them for the next 60 days, totaling 90 days to build them. 3 hours every week. We're going to be here. 3 hours every week. Now, what I just did here was just to give you guys a blueprint for those of you who have team leaders, who are team leaders, and who want to work with people, especially people who have jobs, to build their business. Let them commit to it. Everybody commits. I commit 3 hours every day for the next 30 days to recruit 20 people. Then 60 more days to work with those 20 people to build their businesses, to run Challenge 36, to help you qualify for Dubai, for the Dubai trip. Now, let us say you recruit 20 with 10 of your people. That is, you have recruited 220 people in your team in 1 month. In 1 month. If you now spend 60 days with those 10 people, working on those 220 people over the next 60 days, that number from 220 can cross over 4,000 people in 60 days. In 60 days. If you decide to do it, that is you being a leader. But you also need to know if your leadership style is effective. How do you know? Sometimes the best way to know about your leadership style is to ask questions, right? And one way you can do that is to give your most trusted teammates a survey, a questionnaire to fill anonymously, right? They might not even know you're the one giving them to fill. It might not even be that. You might even just ask one or two people to ask them a couple of questions. Because if you're anonymous, then you know about it. You don't take it personal. You don't begin to hold it against them. And this person said, I don't know how to lead very well. No. Take whatever they've said and fine-tune it and get yourself better. Finally, consider ways you could become a better leader. The law of the least states that increasing your leadership ability also increases your overall success of your team. So making an effort to learn and grow will help your business in the long run. How do you become a better leader? Read books. Read books. Look for the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership and read. Read it. 5 Levels of Leadership by John Maxwell. Read it. Look for books by John Maxwell on leadership and read. And improve your leadership capacity. Go to YouTube, watch videos on leadership. Guys, if you're in this team and you are not consciously developing leaders, going for leaders, doing leadership trainings, you're not helping yourself. You're not helping yourself. Applying the laws of the lead can change the way you lead in your business and change your business in most dramatic ways. And the second law we're going to look at is the law that drives everything for you. It's called the law of momentum. And I will deeply discuss the law of momentum. Because the 20 in 30 we are doing here is hinged on the law of momentum. What you are trying to do is to put momentum into your organization. And remember what Eric Worre said. Eric Worre said that slow and steady will starve you. Slow and steady can never bring anything good to you. He says slow and steady wins the race. That's lie. Because you see, fast and consistent will beat slow and steady any day. How did we get infused with this slow and steady mentality? We had a story when we were kids. Story. Once upon a time, there was a rabbit and a tortoise. The tortoise challenged the rabbit to a race. And on the day of the race, the moment they shot the gun, the rabbit disappeared. And started running. And then the tortoise started plodding along 1 inch at a time, step by step, coming slowly. And it was on a very sunny day. And the rabbit decided to go to saw a tree and decided to rest under a tree and sleep. And while he was sleeping, the tortoise passed him and won the race. Oh my goodness. Hear me? That story happened only in fantasy land. Hear me? Slow and steady does not win the race. Fast and consistent will win slow and steady, will beat slow and steady any day. I don't know which country that rabbit came from. I don't know. It doesn't look like a Nigerian rabbit. Fast and consistent will beat slow and steady any day. And momentum is all about being fast and consistent. In physics, momentum is multiplying mass, right? The mass of an object times the velocity, the speed of the object. That will give you momentum. You see, if I take this pen, right? The mass of this pen is constant, doesn't change, right? Let's call it weight for those who don't understand physics or who think they understand physics but they don't. Now let's just call it the weight, because this is not just weight, it's mass. The weight or the mass of the pen is constant, doesn't change. If I take the mass of this pen, and I do this on myself, like this, at this speed, it doesn't hurt me. It doesn't hurt me. Because when I multiply the mass times the speed with which I'm doing this, the velocity is not high. It doesn't hurt me. But what if is the same mass, right? The same mass. And this time around, I come with higher velocity like this. And I do it like this on my jaw. Of course, I won't practice it on my mouth, right? It's going to bore right through my mouth and pull out the other way. That is because this time around, it has more speed, more velocity, right? Let's also use speed and velocity interchangeably, so I will not confuse people. So it has more velocity, more speed. And because it has more speed, but with the same mass, it is able to penetrate. A bullet is able to kill, not just because of the mass, but because of the velocity behind the bullet. And the mass multiplied by the velocity gives the bullet momentum. Momentum, right? Give the bullet momentum. And momentum is that force, that power that is behind the mass. And that drives the bullet into the obstacle. What am I talking about? Your business needs momentum. And what will give momentum to you and your business to create success is speed. Because the mass is constant. The invitation is there. The scripts are there. The tools are there. Right? But applying momentum, very high momentum now, by increasing the rate at which you use the scripts, you do the script in numbers, you do more invitations, more follow-ups, within a short period of time, guess what happened? You build business momentum for yourself. And I always like to tell you, according to John Maxwell, he said, personal momentum precedes group momentum. You cannot have your team in momentum if you don't have a team. Go into the chat room now and type it there. My team cannot be in momentum if I don't have a team. Go to the chat room, type it down. My team cannot be in momentum if I don't have a team. My team cannot be in momentum if I don't have a team. It's as simple as that. Many people want to succeed in this business, and yet they do nothing to build a team. My team cannot be in momentum if I don't have a team. I'm not seeing responses in the chat room. Do I have people in this chat room at all? Or I'm just talking to myself? My team cannot be in momentum if I don't have a team. What you need to do first is to set up a team for yourself. Set up your own team. So that means you need to be in momentum first. So that tells you that personal momentum precedes group momentum. Before your team can be in momentum, you must be in momentum. I continue to talk about momentum over and over and over again. What is the event all about? We're having an event in Lagos. What's it all about? It's all about building momentum. It is me taking my business in my own hands and creating momentum for my team in Lagos. If you decide to plug into that event with all ferocity, right? You go in beast mode. You go in determined to crush the event. You put your team together, determined to invite and fill the hall with your own reservation code. The law of momentum is going to come into play in your own organization. But when you sit back and hold your hands and fold your hands, nothing works for you. So before your team can be in momentum, you must first of all be in momentum so that you can now build a team that you can now get into momentum with you. How do you build a team? First, go for the Recruit 20 in 30 days challenge. Go all out, recruit 20 people within the next 30 days. And once you recruit them, you bring them in, and now you work the challenge 36 using the 444 system with them. And you'll be amazed to see what you can build with them over the next 60 days. So, the big question is that, do you have momentum on your side? Do you? As leadership expert John Maxwell writes in his book, The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, momentum is a leader's best friend. And I continue to hammer on this every time. When you have no momentum in your team, even the simplest task feels impossible. You feel stuck and overwhelmed by failure. Just like a train at a dead stop, it's hard to get moving again. Morale is low and the future is uncertain. And that's what happens to so many of you in your business. Because there's no momentum, you feel stuck. So I'm stuck in my business. What do? I'm stuck in my business. Guys, let me hear this. If you are stuck in your business, you are like a train. I've never seen a train that just picks up. A train has to struggle to get started. And at that point, morale is low, the future is uncertain, people are grumbling, people are complaining, you are not doing the business, you will find you're not attending sales meetings, you are attending sales meetings late. Let me tell you guys, if you came into this meeting late, there's no momentum in your organization. There's no momentum in you. When the meeting was 7 a.m., you were coming late. We moved the meeting now to 8 a.m., you are still coming late. So you can see it is not a problem with the time. It's not a problem with the time of the meeting. When the meeting is 7 a.m., you came in by 7:30. The meeting is now 8 a.m. You still came in by 8:30. It is an attitude problem. It's an attitude problem. You have an attitude of lateness, which you want to work on. You might not like how I'm saying it, but that is the truth. Don't tell me you went for school runs. What were you doing when it was 7:30? By the way, school's on vacation. So don't tell me you went on school runs. Don't tell me you are trying to get to the office. Because you came late during when it was 7:30, when you're 7 a.m., you are still coming late when it is 8 a.m. The only problem you have is that there's no momentum in your organization. If 70 of your teammates were to be in this meeting this morning, I guarantee you will not be late for this meeting. Because you know what it is like for the 70 of them to be there. They are looking for your name. Some leaders are not even ashamed. Right? Some leaders are not ashamed. You call yourself leaders. People are looking up to you. Your downline will sign into the meeting by 8 a.m. And then they are searching for your name under participants. Your name is not there at 8:10. Your name is not there at 8:20. Your name is not there at 8:30. By 8:37, your name appears there. And tomorrow you're telling them at 10 meeting, it is 8 a.m. Coming on time, and you're expected to come in on time. You're just fooling yourself. So you must decide to be in momentum on your own first. Guys, what is going to grow your business is not what you are doing when people are watching you and clapping for you. What is going to grow your business is what you are doing when nobody is looking at you. Trust me on that one. In contrast, an organization with momentum is like a train that is moving at 60 miles per hour. You could build a steel reinforced concrete wall across the tracks, and the train will plow right through it. If you can harness the power of momentum, you can achieve anything. Right? I'll be telling you so many things about momentum this morning that will make you understand the power of what we are talking about. Momentum begins with you. Right? Momentum begins with you. Momentum begins with you. If you are not focused on your vision, working to motivate your team, and maintaining the right attitude, you are limiting your business's potential. Simple. Let me tell you something. You see, the attitude you use in discussing with your teammates, the face you use in speaking with them matters. The tone of your voice matters. Whether they are here or they are not, the tone matters. The other day I saw somebody talking to her teammate, and when she was done, I said, is that the voice you're talking to your teammate? They will not do anything. And now you made your 2-week, 3-week off. Did you do your invitation today? Please, if you don't do your invitation, nobody will come. Try and how do you expect that person to do anything? Right? What if I were doing this? This is how I was talking in the cell meeting today. What if I am sounding like this? Okay, today's cell meeting, we're going to talk about momentum. Momentum is a leader's best friend. Momentum begins with you. If you are not focused on your vision, working to motivate your team, and maintaining the right attitude, you are limiting your business potentials. You see? And let us do our business very well today so that today we can make money and grow our team, right? Okay, all of us are going to do well. If I were talking like this, what will you do? What if you just enter this cell meeting now and you heard me, the first thing you saw was me doing momentum begins with you. You can you can grow your business. How will you feel? Will you remain in the meeting or will you just click exit? Right? The presentation video we have online, people chat me up and tell me how they have been using those videos to have a lot of success. They have been using the video and some of them even go to the video comment and say it there. It's because of the power behind the voice. The power behind the voice. What you say is as good as how you say it. Because you are trying to reach people. So momentum begins with you. If you are not focused on your vision, working to motivate your team, and maintaining the right attitude, you are limiting your business potential. Let me tell you, people you sign into this business are coming from diverse background. Some of them came from a thick gel of negativity this morning, a thick paste of negativity. They had to squeeze out of that paste to get into the cell meeting, to get into your office, to speak with you today. Some of them, the air of negativity around them is so thick that it has to take you speaking to them with a lot of positivity to bring them out. The environment where they find themselves, their relatives, friends, and people around them are so negative that even when you are discussing with them, you feel the negative oozing out of them. You find out that you call, one of my downlines called somebody yesterday. I was talking about how she can help the person grow her business, how she can work with the person, what she wants to do for the person, and ask the person when they can, if the person can make arrangement for them to discuss with the person, say, I will try. You will try. It tells you the negativity around where that person is. So if you have this kind of people around you, you want to be in momentum. You want the momentum to ooze out of you. It's not just in the activity, it's also in the attitude. You must be focused on your vision. Your vision must be right in front of you, working to motivate your team. If you're not there working and pulling your team, I didn't say pushing your team. I said you're not there pulling your team along, because leaders pull people along with them, right? Bosses push people, leaders pull them along. So you're in front, you're pulling them along, right? With the right attitude, you're going to limit your business's potential. You have to model the behavior you want to see in your team, in your teammates. Come to the chat room now and type it. This one is very important. That's why it's utilized there. Type in the chat room, I will model the behavior I want to see in my teammates. Type it down in the chat room. Everybody type it down. I will model the behavior I want to see in my teammates. It's called modeling. Right? It's called modeling. Tony Robbins said it, that you must model. You model it, model the behavior, the lifestyle, and the attitude you want. Model it. Some will say, I cannot fake it. Fake it. Fake it. The only way you program your subconscious mind is by faking it. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what is real and what is fake. Fake it. By the time you keep on modeling, guess what's going to happen? It becomes real. Your body begins to accept it. Your subconscious mind begins to accept it. Right? Fake it until you make it. We're not asking you to fake negative things. We're asking you to fake positive things. Fake positive things. What you're doing is not faking. What you're doing is practicing. It's called practicing. It's called modeling. But if you want to call it faking it, that's up to you. If you see somebody who does good things in his business, the guy sits down and does 3 hours of calls, go and model him. Sit down and do your own 3 hours of calls. You might not get it as well as he's doing it. You might be distracted along the line, but you know that you want to model that behavior until it becomes something you are used to. Go and model it. If you see somebody who is reading books, model. Model the behavior you want to see in your team. Because you know what? Your teammates will model the behavior they see in you. Your teammates will model the behavior you see in you. So you want to do the Recruit 20 challenge. Be in the challenge. Be in the challenge. Your teammates will see it and join you. But when you're telling your teammates, go and do the challenge, go and do the challenge, go and do the challenge, they will not join you. When you're in the challenge, you recruit one person. Tell your teammates, I've recruited 1, 19 to go. You recruit the second one, I've recruited 2, 18 to go. I've recruited 3, 17 to go. I've recruited 4, 16 to go. Model the behavior they want to see. And they will get into line and begin to work. Motivation is key to building and maintaining momentum. Where is motivation? Where is motivation lacking in your organization? Find that out. Where is motivation lacking in your team? Find out where it's lacking. Are you lacking motivation in the cell meetings? Are you lacking motivation in the weekly invitation, in the weekly meetings? Are you lacking motivation in the events, in promoting events? Find it. What components of your business are killing morale? Find it. Chances are the culprits are long meetings, lack of communications, poor recognition of achievements, right? Remove these factors and see what you can do to motivate your teams. So we need to work on this step by step to be able to create the success you are looking for in your business. It's important. Momentum is the great exaggerator. I love this one so well. Right? When things are going well, momentum makes them even better. When things are not going well, momentum makes them seem even worse. Momentum makes you bigger than you are, better than you are, worse than you are. So when things are going well in your organization, people are going to be praising you, clapping for you, because you're the one up there. Right? Even if you are a complete dunce, you're a complete dunce, right? And you are under my business, under me, and I sign one person on your left, one person on your right, and I sponsor those 2 people well, and they start doing very, very well, making money in the business. You, who is the complete dunce that has one on your left and one on your right, people will recognize you. People will clap for you. People will make you feel you are too much. Even you will feel you are too much, and you will start becoming too much because of momentum. That's what John Maxwell said, and I said it over and over again, that for many people, the problem is not the problem. What you think is the problem is not the problem. And so because you think what the problem is what is not the problem is the problem, you are now solving a problem which is not the problem in the first place, right? Thinking is a problem, yet the main problem is left unsolved, and you are focused on the problem which is not a problem, because now you are focusing on solving a problem that wasn't a problem in the first place, and you have automatically given yourself a very big problem that was not a problem in the first place, but you made it a problem when it wasn't a problem. That's what happens. You see, momentum is what is the problem. The problem in every organization is momentum. That's the problem. Your problem is not my people don't know how to close. My people don't know how to invite. My people don't know how to do it. That's not your problem. Your problem is momentum. That's why Jim Rohn says, make up in number what you lack in skills. And that's why I usually say, play the numbers game. Make up in number what you lack in skills. When you have momentum and you are out there talking to people, when they come in, you show them how to talk to people, they talk to people, you have momentum growing your business. When people are not joining your business, you don't care. You don't care. You don't even know that people are not joining your business. You're not aware. This is because you have momentum. You don't worry about small problems, and larger problems seem to work themselves out. Without momentum, even small obstacles seem insurmountable. Without momentum, everything seems difficult. Without momentum, everything seems as if the world has come to an end. Without momentum, everything is a problem. Momentum makes leaders look better than they are. When you are winning, people are willing to overlook your shortcomings and forget about your past mistakes. The present and the future are what matters. That's the power of momentum. When you're winning, everybody does not care what has happened to you in the past. Everybody is focused on what is happening right now. They begin to sing your praise. We begin to hear this. We have heard this story over and over again in our business. He came into a business. He spoke to 100 people. Nobody signed up. He traveled to Lagos for presentation. Nobody joined him. He did this. He did it. But today he makes 5 million naira money, and everybody is clapping for him. It is because he has built up momentum. Guys, you cannot win by slowing down. Write it down in the chat room. Write it down in the chat room. You cannot win by slowing down. You cannot win by slowing down. Write it down in the chat room. That's my quote. Write my name after it. You cannot win the race by slowing down. You can never win the race by slowing down. There are people that, I just want to give the business a week break or 2 weeks break. That is slowing down. That's slowing down. Imagine an aircraft wants to take off, and the pilot puts it on throttle, full throttle, glass, and is moving on the runway. He wants to take off, and the pilot says, you know what, let me just slow down so I can win. He now pulls back and slows down. That plane is crashing. Or imagine who's in boat in a race, running very hard, very fast, running, and there are people behind him. And he was supposed to say, you know what, I want to win. Let me just slow down and win. Right? And he slows down. Will he win? You cannot win by slowing down. When you are winning is when you need to be in momentum. Keep on pushing, keep on going. You see, until chain reaction is activated, you don't stop. Write it down again. Until chain reaction is activated, is ignited or activated, you don't stop. Until chain reaction is activated, you don't stop. How does the nuclear bomb work? How does the nuclear bomb work? A nuclear bomb works on the principles of momentum. Right? A nuclear bomb is essentially made up of 2 bombs, a small bomb and a larger bomb. Right? The smaller bomb is used to activate, to ignite the larger bombs. Right? Now, the larger bomb is made up of atoms that will be hitting themselves, and they continue, the nuclear physics is too long, right? But as they hit themselves, they expand, right? They continue to hit themselves, and the more they hit themselves, the more they're activating other ones who are hitting themselves, right? And those reactions continue, and it can happen in milliseconds. But for that to happen, the smaller bomb will have to explode first and ignite the chain reaction in the larger bomb. And once that chain reaction is ignited, it begins to ignite. It can no longer be contained. The chain reaction can no longer, so it only gets to expand. So it continues to expand, and boom, there's a bomb, a nuclear bomb. Do you want your business to go nuclear? You must ignite the chain reaction. You must ignite the chain reaction. That is the only way your business can go nuclear, unless you are comfortable at the level on which your business is operating today. So you want to be in momentum? Be in momentum, because momentum makes leaders better than they are. Momentum helps followers perform better than they are. When you have got momentum, everyone is excited and motivated. As a result, the team plays better than expected. Right? When you see people, a football team playing with momentum, it's as if they're the only ones in the field. It's as if 22 people are playing against 11 because they're playing with momentum. Everybody is activated, everybody is tuned up, everybody is moving. They are, you see ball position 90%. How come? Because they have momentum on their side. When you have momentum on your side, your team is also motivated. They seem to be performing better because you are performing well. You are in momentum. Momentum is more natural to stir than to start. Just like a train. A train cannot just start, boom, and move off. The train has to start gradually, until it gets to that point where it's easy to steer. An intrinsic part of the law of momentum, which is also called the law of the big move, is that it is hard to get going. But once you are moving, you can control where it takes you. It is hard to activate momentum. It's hard. If you want momentum in your team, you have to put in the effort. It's going to be downright difficult. Right? It's going to be really, really difficult. Recruiting 20 people in 30 days is going to take some toll on you. But once you do it, your business has started. It is now easier. You know why it's easier? Because now you will now be working with people who are now coming in to do what you have done. And you have a lot of them. And of course, you now have the money coming into your business to be able to finance things easier and better for you. Somebody said, if I must cry, it is better for me to cry inside a BMW than to cry inside on top of a bicycle. So if I do the 20 in 30, first of all, I do it from my home, right? And probably there is heat, no lights, I struggle and I succeed. This time around, I now succeed. I now build a team. I now have some more money. I can now go rent a room in a hotel and I can sit down there with AC and I can do what I want to do, right? And work with my team. Get a small place, work with my team, and everybody is excited. That is momentum working for me because now it is easier for me to manage. Then I was doing it. I wanted to do ad on Facebook. I can't pay for ad on Facebook. I had to struggle. But now, because I have momentum on my side, I have done my 20-30. I now have money. I can now set up Facebook ads running for me. And it becomes easier for me to sign up people to do my business. I wanted to run an event somewhere, but it was difficult because I couldn't pay for the hall. But now I have built my business. I now have momentum. I can easily pay for halls and run events easier. Momentum is easier to stir than to start. So you must put in your mind to start your activity to give you momentum. Momentum is the most potent change agent. With enough momentum, any change is possible in your organization. People trust leaders with a proven track record, right? And are willing to get on board with your vision once they see that you are taking them to a positive direction. And that can only happen when you have momentum. When people see you have momentum, they believe you. You become more believable. You become more likable. You become more followable. So people can follow you to the vision when you have momentum. And remember that momentum is the leader's responsibility. Creating momentum requires a firm goal, a good team, and motivation, all of which the leader must establish. It is not my job to establish momentum for your team. It is your job to establish momentum for your team. It is my job to establish momentum for my team. My team starts from me down. Your team starts from you down. So even though what I'm doing now is impacting on your team, to give your team momentum, it is your own responsibility to give your own team momentum. Don't wait for your leader to do that for you. Momentum is the leader's responsibility. So don't expect your downline to be calling you, come, let's do this, come, let's do this, come, let's do this. No, it is you who have to be at the forefront, moving your team into momentum. Guys, the day you understand the power of momentum in our business is the day your business moves to the next level. That is the day you start attending cell meeting for 8 a.m. cell meeting, you will come by 7:45. That day is the day when you make sure that every day 30, 40, 50 people are in your presentation. That is the day when you tell yourself that no day will pass without me doing physical presentation for people in my organization. That is the day when you start taking your home meetings serious. The day you realize that momentum is your responsibility. And the day you realize that all your business needs to move to the next level is momentum. Momentum begins inside the leader before it bursts out. The law of the big mo, which is the law of momentum, says that starts with a vision that you must believe in. When you do, that belief becomes contagious. That vision, you must believe in it yourself. If you don't believe in that vision, if you don't believe in the vision yourself, guess what? Nobody will believe in you. Remember, I said that the leader has a vision first and believes in the vision first. But the people believe in the leader first. Then the leader, the vision. The leader will first of all believe in his vision, find his vision before he finds his people. But the people will find the leader first, right? Believe in the leader first before they even see the vision. So it begins inside the leader. You want to go for 20 and 30, do you even believe it? Or are you telling yourself, I did it before, it didn't work? Do you believe you want to go for it? Do you really want to go for it? The law of momentum starts with a vision, and that vision is crystallized inside you, the leader. Without vision as a leader, you don't have anything for yourself. So celebrating your business accomplishment is key to maintaining momentum and promoting an atmosphere of victory. Some leaders, your downlines have become silver executives, you're not even aware. Some leaders are not promoting maintenance, and because you're not promoting maintenance, guess what? Your team leaders don't even know that there's something like maintenance. And from there, they can be recognized. They don't even know. Recognition is very powerful. Children kill for it. Children cry for it. Adults kill for recognition. So when you celebrate the performance of people, they produce results. Why do you think we do the incubator program? Some leaders, your people are in the incubator group, you have never gone there to see what they are doing there. They are sitting down there. You don't even remove them from there when they should be removed. You're not even aware that there's an incubator group. Recognizing your teammates should be a regular part of the workday. When people do small things, little things, recognize them. People make 50 calls, congratulate them, well done, you've done well. People did 30 calls, wow, you've done very well, right? Take it up to 50, you can do it. I believe in you, I know you are amazing, right? To your leader, I see you, something in you. I don't know what it is. I know some of you have not seen that speech. There's a speech by this what do they call these guys? These Toastmasters. You know, I see something in you, but I don't know what it is. But if you give me a chance to work with you, I will help you find it. Right? So you should let your people know that you see greatness in them. Yes, you don't want them to see something. You want to know, I see greatness in you. I see success in you. Right? If you let me work with you, we can bring it out together. Praise your people. The more you reward success, the more your people will want to succeed. Right? The more you reward success, the more they will want to succeed. So as people, even somebody doing something as simple as monthly maintenance, and you are aware of it, congratulate the person for maintaining his account that month. You are heading towards silver executive. The blessings of silver executive will start coming your way. Congratulate them. Right? So, gentlemen and ladies, the law of momentum is the law that is designed to take your business to the next level. Don't play with it. If your business has momentum, nothing can stop you. If your business does not have momentum, nothing can help you. I take that one more time. If there's momentum in your organization, nothing can stop you. You become unstoppable. Greatness becomes your portion. You will win. you will succeed. But if there is no momentum in your business, nobody can help you. And momentum starts from you. Gentlemen, let's go out there and take our business in our hands and decide today to be in momentum. I want you guys to come to the chat room and type, "Today I choose momentum." Today I choose momentum. Go to the chat room and type it there. Today I choose momentum. Today I choose momentum. Today I choose momentum. Momentum takes away the excuses. Momentum takes away the inaction. The momentum takes away all those things. And you must be in momentum first before your team can be in momentum. Because your team will model you. They will model what you are doing. They will model what you have done. And they will reproduce the results that you have produced. You want good results? Show them momentum. Be in momentum, and they too will be in momentum, and your business will move to greater heights. Thank you so much, gentlemen and ladies, for being with us this morning. God bless you all.